Growing authoritarianism in Europe, migration, progress on the European Green Deal. And that's all before you mention coronavirus and Europe's €750 billion plan to relaunch the European economy. Those are just some of the topics set to come up as the European Commission President, Ursula von der Leyen, delivers her first State of the Union address in just over an hour's time. That's since she assumed the post back in July. We're going to cross to Brussels, speak to our correspondent Dave Keating, who joins us from there. Dave, I listed some of them. I mean, there's a whole myriad of issues, really, that are likely to come up, aren't there?
Yeah, there is. We don't know exactly what she'll say yet. We're told she was continuing to prepare this speech all night. She's going to start at 9:15 this morning. This State of the European Union address is a tradition that goes back 10 years. It's, of course, modeled on the American State of the Union. The idea is to recall what's happened over the past year and to lay out a vision for the future. So von der Leyen is expected to lay out what has happened over the past year. There have been a large amount of proposals, partly just because of the crisis situation that she's taken power in. Sometimes presidents are lame duck, sometimes they're at the very start of their tenure. It's the first State of the Union that really gives us a picture of what a president is going to do over 4 years. And this is President von der Leyen's first State of the Union. She's mostly going to be kind of firefighting, addressing all the various crises that Europe and indeed the world is facing. Of course, coronavirus being the big one. She is going to, I'm sure, tout that 1.8 trillion budget that was agreed in order to fight the economic effects of the coronavirus as a sign of European unity, showing that Europe is united in its response to the coronavirus. But she's probably also going to caution about the different border measures that countries are taking right now in terms of travel. She will probably also likely mention migration because of that refugee camp fire in Greece. And she's likely to have some kind of a nod to what's happening in Eastern Europe, notably Hungary and Poland. I'm sure she won't name them, but I think that many members of the European Parliament to which she will be speaking want her to address that. She's doing the speech here in Brussels because the Parliament plenaries, which normally take place in Strasbourg, it had to be held in Brussels because of the coronavirus situation. She will probably apologize for that and express her regrets because this is a very sensitive issue for France. France likes to guard the tradition of having the parliament plenaries in Strasbourg, and they may even file a lawsuit, a court challenge against the European Parliament for deciding to hold this week's plenary in Brussels and not Strasbourg. So watch for that as well.
Dave, is there a bit of an elephant in the room here? I'm sure you can guess what I'm talking about. It's Brexit.
Yeah, that's probably going to get a short mention in this speech, which is probably surprising given in just 100 days we're facing a no-deal cliff-edge Brexit, which could throw both the UK and the EU into economic chaos. But she's not going to want to harp on Brexit too much in the speech because the EU doesn't want to show that it's worried. Both sides don't want to show they're worried because this is, after all, a negotiation. But the fact is the prospect of a deal looks very unlikely now, and businesses are going to have to start preparing. She will probably address the UK's recent decision to renege on the withdrawal treaty it signed last year, but don't expect her to say that the EU is going to cut off negotiations because of that move by the UK. That, of course, is a decision that would have to be taken by the EU, the 27 EU governments. They give a mandate to the Commission to negotiate on behalf of them with the UK, so it wouldn't be in her remit to do that. But it will be interesting to watch how strong her language is about that UK decision.